Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 184th Commencement Ceremony for South Dakota Mines. I am Dr. Lance Roberts, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please rise and remain standing for the processional as we receive the graduating class of 2021. The faculty chair of the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, Dr. William Cross, has installed the mace. Dr. Mary Beth Price, Dean of Graduate Education, will lead the procession of faculty and platform guests. As we convene this commencement, please remain standing for the posting of the colors by the Army ROTC Color Guard. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Permission to post the colors.
Post the colors.
Forward. March. Order.
Please be seated. The 19th president of the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology is Dr. Jim Rankin. Originally from Draper and Fort Pierre, Dr. Rankin graduated from South Dakota Mines in 1978 with Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering. He went on to earn master's and doctoral degrees in electrical engineering from Iowa State University. Unfortunately, Dr. Rankin could not be here with us today, and so I will be filling in as his proxy for this ceremony. Thank you all for joining us on this special day as we celebrate the educational achievements of 1 associate, 85 baccalaureates, 53 masters, and 13 doctoral students. All of today's graduates have the potential to become outstanding scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs. I want to extend a special welcome to the families of our graduates. It took a lot of hard work for our students to make it to this day, and most of them didn't do it alone. Thank you for all of your support, guidance, and encouragement you have provided to our students during their time at Mines. Graduates, congratulations. Ingenuity and adaptability are cornerstones of science and engineering fields, and the importance of those traits have been highlighted by recent world events. Now more than ever, the world needs people like you, people who are curious, tenacious, and have what it takes to change the world. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Larry Simonson, a fellow alumnus of South Dakota Mines, to introduce our distinguished alumni recipients.
Thank you, Provost Roberts. It is now my honor to introduce the 2020 and 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipients. The Distinguished Alumni Program was started in 1998 to recognize outstanding contributions to engineering and science by South Dakota Mines graduates. I expect that the career accomplishments of today's honorees will inspire the Hard Rocker class of 2021 to also excel in their professional work. Full biographies of today's honorees can be found in the Commencement program. The first honoree is David Hammond. David graduated from St. Agatha High School in Howard, South Dakota, and has been a geologist and engineer for more than 50 years and is an internationally known mineral economist. His employers have included Anaconda Minerals, Arco Coal, Shell Oil, and Ladd Petroleum. He was also an executive with International Royalty Corporation. David has served on the Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology for more than 20 years. He serves on the advisory and research councils of JP Morgan Center for Commodities at the University of Colorado, Denver Business School, teaches there and at the University of Denver and the University of Arizona, and serves on the South Dakota Mines Geology and Geological Engineering Advisory Board. David, congratulations on being named a 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. John Henderson is from Edgemont, South Dakota, graduate from their high school. Spent 23 years in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, completed 3 combat tours, and retiring in 2017 as a colonel. He then served as the Assistant Secretary of the Air Force for Installations, Environment, and Energy, where he and his team were responsible for all energy activities and a $12 billion annual budget supporting 173 Air Force installations worldwide. John is currently the Chief Administrative Officer's HDR in Omaha. He also serves on the South Dakota Mines Center for Alumni Relations and Advancement Board of Executive Committee. John, congratulations on being named a 2020 Distinguished Alumnus Award recipient. Todd Kenner graduated from Rapid City Stevens High School. He has more than 38 years of experience in engineering design and business management. During that time, he has been instrumental in growing companies, developing talent, and getting strategic direction for organizational sustainability. Currently, he is president and CEO of Respec, a 52-year-old company headquartered in Rapid City, South Dakota, whose founders were academic professors at South Dakota Mines. During his 12 years at Respec, he has led the strategic expansion, leveraging the company's nationally recognized technical expertise in the area of rock mechanics. He has served in various other leadership roles, including 7 years on the South Dakota Mines University Advisory Board, 12 years on the Mines Cara Board Executive Committee, and as chair for 4 years, as well as on the University Advisory Board. Currently, he serves on the Elevate Rapid City Board of Directors and Executive Committee, and on the Board of Directors for the Community Health Center of the Black Hills. Todd, congratulations on being named a 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Kurt Kost, graduate in Parkston High School. He has more than 35 years of experience in the mining industry. He began his career with Kennecott Copper and then worked for Amax Coal and its predecessor companies for 32 years. His areas of responsibility ranged from surface mine field engineering to numerous operational and executive management positions, eventually becoming president of Alpha Natural Resources. He served in the Mining Engineering Industrial Advisory Board in the early 2000s, acting with other alumni as strong advocates for saving the department. Today's mining engineering graduates should be especially grateful for the efforts of Kurt and a small group of distinguished alumni who basically saved the mining engineering department 20 years ago. Since retiring from the mining industry in 2012, he has been an independent director for Westmoreland Resource Partners. He serves as a trustee for the SME Foundation, director for a nonprofit ministry in Utah, and trustee for an employee retiree health plan. Kurt, congratulations on being named a 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Renita Molman, graduate from Deadwood High School, joined Burns and McDonnell in 1988, beginning her career as a civil engineer. Over the course of the next 2 decades, she supported more than 1,000 projects for multiple aviation and military clients while serving as the first female engineering manager in the firm. During her time as general manager and later vice president for the California region, that team grew from just a few employees to more than 250. The firm was named a best place to work in Southern California 7 times, and regional revenue nearly quadrupled. Since 2020, she serves as Chief Administrator Officer and Senior Vice President at Burns and McDonnell, and is committed to working with other women to help them grow and chart new paths. She remains passionate about advocating and mentoring other women in the firm and growing the firm's female leadership team. Renita, congratulations on being named a 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Bill Betton, graduate from Redfield High School. He has more than 40 years of product development experience in fields ranging from aerospace and defense to commercial, industrial, to medical devices. Early in his career, he worked at Honeywell and 3M, leading the development and design of emerging technologies such as through-the-lens autofocusing systems for video cameras, one of the world's first digital programming hearing aids, and early teleradiology developments. He then transitioned to leadership positions at smaller corporations. In 2017, Bill formed his own product consulting firm, Benton Systems Solutions. He also serves as Director of Solutions for S3 Connected Health based in Dublin, Ireland, and is Senior Vice President of Product Development and Engineering for Clearit LLC, a medical device startup. Bill serves as a member of the South Dakota Mines University Advisory Board, as an entrepreneur in residence, on 2 department advisory boards, and is engaged in economic development. Bill, congratulations on being named 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Rusty Gray graduated from high school in Oneida, New York. He joined Los Alamos National Laboratories in 1985. Over the past 37 years, he has conducted independent research on the structure-property relationships during the deformation of materials, in particular response to high strain rate and shock deformation. He has developed and promoted the use of soft shock recovery techniques for systematically studying the influence of shock wave loading parameters on post-shock material response. He has promoted dynamic structure property research on materials and worked to further the development of dynamic materials and condensed matter research within the materials and physics communities, Department of Energy, the Department of Defense and Industry, and he currently is a lab fellow and scientist 6 at LANL, Los Alamos National Laboratory. In 2017, Rusty was inducted into the National Academy of Engineering. Rusty, congratulations on being named a 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Tim Klaus began his career as a process engineer for Dow Corning in Midland, Michigan. After completing his MBA at Notre Dame, he started his career in corporate finance by joining the Ford Motor Company, where he worked for 9 years. He then served in a finance director position for TRW Automotive overseas and as senior director for finance for North America manufacturing operations at Whirlpool. He has worked at Dana Automotive since 2009 and currently serves as senior managing director of light vehicle driveline Asia Pacific. Tim is not able to be here today. We congratulate him on being named a 2021 Distinguished Award recipient. Steve Vanderboom founded Pace Analytics Services in 1978 and has grown the business steadily over the years. It is currently the largest environmental testing business in the United States and the largest privately held testing company performing environmental, pharmaceutical, and medical device testing in the United States. He serves as CEO for 41 years, then became executive chairman, and recently reduced his involvement to a part-time role as founder and chairman emeritus. The company has more than 60 laboratories around the United States and in Puerto Rico, and has grown from 2 employees to more than 3,400 today. Steve is also not able to be here today. We congratulate him on being named a 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Lisa Zocker. Lisa went to high school in Cheyenne Eagle Butte. After graduating from Mines, Lisa received her medical degree from USD, specializing in pulmonary and critical care medicine. She is a retired U.S. Army colonel with 24 years of active duty service. She participated in 2 joint POW MIA accounting command missions in Laos, searching for service members' remains from the Vietnam War. She completed 2 combat deployments in support of Operation Iraq Freedom, serving as an intensive care physician on the first deployment and as a chief of staff equivalent for the entire Iraqi theater on the second deployment. Her final assignment was a chief of medicine at Brooke Army Medical Center at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas. Her military awards include the Legion of Merit, Bronze Star, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, and 2 Meritorious Service Medals. In 2019, the American College of Physicians established the Colonel Lisa Zucker Mentorship of Women in Medicine. It's an annual award of which Lisa is very, very proud. Congratulations, Lisa, on being named a 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. We want to thank each of the 8 recipients for joining us today. May the success you have enjoyed in your lives and careers serve as a model for all of us, especially for today's graduates who are prepared to embark on their own life journeys. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the representative of our senior class, Shelby Guthrie, a candidate for a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from Pierre, South Dakota. Shelby is joined today by her parents, Clark and Lynn, grandparents, Larry and Sheila, aunts, Paula and Cindy, and Uncle Kent. Shelby has been involved in various clubs and activities while at South Dakota Mines. She served on the Student Association Senate as a Governmental Relations Committee Chair and as president in the 2020-2021 academic year, as a tri-chair of the Rocker Days Committee, and as treasurer of the Alpha Omega Epsilon Professional Sorority. She is a member of the Tau Beta Pi and Order of Omega Honor Societies. She has worked as an undergraduate research assistant at South Dakota Mines and has completed 2 internships, one in surface water quality engineering and one in environmental engineering. She will serve as a legislative intern in Pierre for the 2022 session. After graduating with her Bachelor of Science degree in chemical engineering, Shelby plans to attend graduate school for renewable energy at the University of Massachusetts Lowell. Please join me in welcoming this student speaker, Shelby Guthrie.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Lance. Life at college was a lot like a sign you'd see in most of our moms' living rooms. We lived, we laughed, and we loved. I'll be the first to admit that it didn't start off that way. I was so scared when I got dropped off at school. I think I had butterflies in my stomach all of freshman year. I was busy worrying, am I gonna make the most of my experience? Am I gonna pass classes? And most importantly, am I gonna make friends? I quickly learned that South Dakota Mines was a special place the moment I found out we chanted by 1-3-5 instead of 1-2-3, and when that green and yellow beanie was placed on my head. I never knew how much I'd miss being a frosh after I ran around the track of that homecoming game. And by the time I slid down the M that first time, drenched in white paint, I knew I'd found the magic in this school. I'd found a couple of lifelong friends too. College, like most everything else in life, is what you make it. The more I said yes to joining clubs and going to events, the more at home I felt. Like anything else, as time goes on, you make a routine, you find your network, and one day you notice those butterflies I mentioned earlier aren't there anymore. I'm gonna give you 3 pieces of advice now. Insight is a precious gift that isn't always with us in the moment. Listen to the people who have gone through it before. Find wisdom in your teachers, mentors. Hey, even our administration has words of wisdom sometimes. Take time for yourself. It's easy to get lost in your responsibilities, and I think we've all felt the effects of senior slide this semester. When you take time out of your day to take care of yourself, it makes a world of difference. Finally, keep moving forward. Life can deal you a heavy hand sometimes. We all have our own hardships. I know I couldn't have gone through some of my obstacles without the help of my close friends, roommates, and family. That leads me to my next point. Before I end, I want to take a moment to acknowledge all the people who couldn't be here today, either through death or departure. I know they're smiling and looking at us with pride. With them, we should also be proud of ourselves. All those late nights in Surbeck, tears, and pleading to professors for a curve have paid off. We are graduating. Now we're off to forge our own paths and make our marks on the world. That way, we also have news to talk about at our famous 5-year reunions. You know, as we've learned in the past, are a little bit pandemic pending. While we're busy leaving our marks, I hope you take the time to live, laugh, and love being a hard rocker for life. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelby. The South Dakota School of Mines and Technology operates under the authority of the South Dakota Board of Regents. Please join me in welcoming Regent Joan Wink, who is representing the board this morning.
I was prepared to say President Rankin, but I can't do that now. President Rankin, we know you're watching us and listening to us, and we're doing our best, but Provost Roberts is doing a terrific job. I want to acknowledge the help that helped us at the breakfast this morning. Dr. Jade Herman and crew were doing a great job helping us, and thank you. Honorable guests, now I have to say all of these award winners, did anyone else notice that they didn't follow our instructions? They created their own path to come in. Their path was just as effective and it was faster. And I'm thinking that's why they got those awards. They're engineers who made their own path. So honorable guests, faculty, staff, families, students, and especially graduating seniors, I'm delighted to greet you on behalf of all of the Board of Regents. The truth is, I always begin my remarks to graduates by saying, congratulations, graduates, but not this time. This time, I want to say thank you and thank you and thank you for playing by those COVID rules last year. It helped us keep minds open while universities throughout the United States were closing because of those rules. You helped us keep it open, and we so appreciate what you did by simply listening to those very, very annoying rules we ask of you. Thank you. We appreciate it. And now I'll say congratulations, graduates. I don't know the future. I don't know what's coming next, this coming year for COVID. But I know whatever it is, you are going to go on and not only cope, but you're going to thrive. I really believe that. I'm just completing my 4th year on the board. And I so remember the first time I came to campus as a board member, of course, I was thrilled and excited. And some of you may remember, particularly you seniors, President Heather Wilson was here at the time. And the first thing she did with me was walk me over to the Mineral Industries building. And I remember thinking, oh no, she wants a new building. And I'm thinking, how will we do this? However, very soon, interim President Pushinsky came. And as I recall first meeting him, he marched me over again to the Mineral Industries buildings, and he made sure the train was going by so the building was shaking. I got the point. Then he introduced me to some faculty. And every time I came here, I got walked over to the Mineral Industries building, and the faculty, I remember this well, they made sure I was standing in that classroom with that huge expensive instrument when a train went by, and they had to shut that machine off because it was rocking. I got the point. And then Dr. Rankin came, and I have to tell you, he didn't seem to take no for an answer. And I really think that's why we're moving forward in the new building. And I'm absolutely thrilled now that I'm on that building committee, and I appreciate all that all of you did to make that come to be. Okay, Dr. Rankin isn't here to defend himself, but I came prepared with a story about him. Well, we share an experience. We are both river kids because we both grew up in the Missouri River. President Rankin was on the west side of the river in Fort Pierre, and I went to school in Mobridge, so I was on the east side of the river, but our ranch is south of Faith on the west side of the river. And you will notice that we river kids who grew up there never know what time it is. And even my little iPhone doesn't know what time it is when I'm in Pierre or in Mobridge. and we will always be an hour late or an hour early. However, we Missouri River kids have deep understandings about East River and West River. And you know how those East River people are. And you know how those West River people are. All of this West River and East River lore of the prairies came to haunt me when I first met my husband. It was on our first night at Yankton College when it was a college. We were 18. We didn't know each other. We didn't know anyone. And we went to a dance and he asked me to dance. I vividly recall our first conversation. And I foolishly asked him where he was from. And he said, a farm in Iowa. And I grew up in West River knowing there was nothing worse than a farmer from Iowa. And this was followed by a delicate conversation about which church, which political party, but no way was I going to ask him if his dad belonged to the Farm Bureau or the Farmers Union, because I didn't want to know. And I have to tell you, we didn't match on any of those things that first night, and that was well more than 50 years ago. Okay, families, this is for you. A special shout out. You made it. We honor your sacrifices. Your babies will soon really be leaving you. And we know you hate it and you love it. Now, if your experiences are anything like ours, those first few years post-graduation, our kids reminded us of boomerangs. They would go out and they would come back, and they would go out and they would come back. And I noticed this pattern is continued again with our grandkids who come and go from the ranch. So families, do not buy the new furniture yet. And I promise you, they're going to leave their pets with you. In conclusion, graduates, this is to you. I really wish you a super highway of life. Even though I promise you there will be potholes, I can assure you there will be twists and turns, bumps, and even detours. And we of my generation have foolishly left a few problems strewn around that highway for you to fix. And I know you will. I have every confidence in you. I wish for each of you the very, very best. And if there's one thing that I've learned in my long experiences with life, it is this: human connections are at the heart of all we do. And now, on behalf of the Board of Regents, by the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the State of South Dakota, I hereby delegate to Provost Lance Roberts the right to confer degrees and diplomas with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining, contingent upon the completion of all requirements. I wish you the very, very best.
Thank you, Regent Wink. At each commencement ceremony, we take time to honor alumni and community leaders who have distinguished themselves in their professions and their communities with the awarding of an honorary doctorate. James Skull graduated from South Dakota Mines in 1974 with a bachelor's degree in civil engineering. About a year later, he became a partner in a small local construction firm. He started Skull Construction 7 years later. Skull Construction has evolved into one of the largest construction companies in South Dakota, includes an office in Dickinson, North Dakota, works in a 5-state region, and employs more than 300 people. The success of Skull Construction led to the startup of many construction-related businesses and a score of commercial and residential development ventures, and the company previously received the Rapid City Chamber of Commerce Granite Award. He was named the South Dakota Philanthropist of the Year and the Rapid City Chamber of Commerce George Award winner. He has served as vice chairman and one of the founders of Rapid City Collective Impact One Heart Campus, founder and president of South Dakota Youth Hunting Adventures, past president of the South Dakota Associated General Contractors, and is an ongoing contributor to many nonprofit organizations. Jim and his wife, Mary, have 2 children and 6 grandchildren. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by action of the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon James L. Skull the honorary degree Doctor of Public Service with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Associate Vice President for Student Development and Dean of Students, Dr. Joe DeLugos, who will present the degree candidates.
Provost Roberts, on behalf of the faculty and staff at South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for the degrees Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science, Bachelor of Science, and Associate of Arts. I will read only the names of those degree candidates who are present this morning. Those who are unable to attend, but whose names are listed in the commencement program, will be awarded their diplomas in absentia. We welcome and encourage your applause for each graduate, but we ask you to refrain from using air horns or other noisemakers that may preserve decorum and respect for the graduates, their families, and our visitors. As the graduates line up to receive their diplomas, families are reminded that we have professional photographers capturing the official photos of our graduates, but families are welcome to come up to the first row to take their own photos. Throughout the program, you will see graduates wearing special cords or stoles representing their fraternities, sororities, and national honor societies. The navy, gold, and white cords are worn by graduates who have completed the Mines Advantage Professional Development Program, and the medallions are worn by those who have successfully completed the Honors Program. Additionally, South Dakota Mines has consistently been rated as one of the top schools in the country for veterans and military service members. Today, we are honored to have 5 veteran graduates who are wearing red, white, and blue cords. Would our veteran graduates please rise to be recognized? We would also like to ask any veterans in the audience to please also rise and be recognized. Thank you all for your service.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degrees please rise? By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, contingent upon the completion of all requirements.
Our doctoral graduates will be hooded by Dr. Mary Beth Price, Dean of Graduate Education, and their major professors. They will be congratulated by their department heads and Provost Roberts. The candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering will be congratulated by Program Coordinator Dr. Steve Smith. Jevin Meyerink. Dr. Grant Crawford, Major Professor for Jevin, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Jevin Meyerink. The candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical and Biological Engineering will be congratulated by Interim Department Head, Dr. Ken Benjamin. Eswar Arun Kumar Kalaga. Dr. Timothy Brenza, Major Professor for Eshwar, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Eshwar Arun Kumar Kalaga. Candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Civil and Environmental Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head, Dr. Jim Stone. John Joseph Costello. Dr. Scott Kenner, Major Professor for John, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. John Joseph Costello. Mohammed Jamil Islam. Dr. Venkata Gadam Shetty, Major Professor for Mohammed, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Mohammed Jamil Islam. Ali Shauzi Zadeh. Dr. Jim Stone, Head of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Ali Shauzi Zadeh. The candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Geology, Geological Engineering, and Mining Engineering degree will be congratulated by Dr. Lori Anderson, Head of the Department of Geology and Geological Engineering, and Dr. Rob Hall, Head of the Department of Mining Engineering and Management. Ray Wayne Sheldon. Dr. Andrea Bricky, Major Professor for Ray, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Ray Wayne Sheldon. Candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Materials Engineering and Science will be congratulated by Program Coordinator Dr. Bharat Jashti. Brian Lee James. Dr. Grant Crawford and Dr. Jashti, Major Professors for Brian, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Brian Lee James. Layla Sorky. Dr. Crawford, Major Professor for Layla, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Layla Sorky. Forrest Cater Thompson. Dr. Crawford, who is also the Major Professor for Forrest, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Forrest Cater Thompson. The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Pierre La Rochelle. Anurag Chakraborty. Dr. Jason Ash, Major Professor for Anurag, will assist with the hooding. I now present Dr. Anurag Chakraborty. That concludes the presentation of the doctoral degrees.
Will the master's degree candidates please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the South Dakota Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Science with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, contingent upon the completion of all requirements.
The master's degree candidates will be congratulated by Dr. Price, their department heads, and Provost Roberts. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Chemical Engineering will be congratulated by Interim Department Head Dr. Benjamin. Samuel Patrick Crawford. Kang Trong Hun. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Civil and Environmental Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Stone. Justin Cole Brockmeyer. Bryant Mark Gurnis. Zane Lee Hiller. Luke Michael Koski. Brandon Miles Cruz. Nathan Jacob Martin. Casey W. Martin. Sorrel Nelson. Jonah Andrew Schmagel. Morgan Wetz. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Electrical Engineering will be congratulated by Interim Department Head Dr. Tom Montoya. Weston Kyle Crockett. Alex Greenfield. Sagar Hassain. Colton Kugler. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Engineering Management will be congratulated by Associate Professor Dean Jensen from the Department of Industrial Engineering. Ace Amiat. L. Amelia Carlson. Robert Roberts. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Materials Engineering and Science will be congratulated by Program Coordinator Dr. Joshi. Jackson William King. Sierra Ray Rasmussen. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. La Rochelle. Carter John Barkley. Benjamin Colvin. Andrew Mulder. Zachary Levi Style. Candidates for the degree Master of Science in Mining Engineering and Management will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Hall. Arden Redhal Semi. That concludes the presentation of the master's degrees.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, contingent upon the completion of all requirements.
The bachelor's degree candidates will be congratulated by their department heads and Provost Roberts. The candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Applied and Computational Mathematics will be congratulated by Dr. Travis Kowalski, head of the Department of Mathematics. Kylie Ann Keck. The candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Biology will be congratulated by Dr. Zhengtao Zhu, Head of the Department of Chemistry, Biology, and Health Sciences. Payson Philip Haroon, summa cum laude. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering will be congratulated by Program Coordinator Dr. Smith. Corby Foss. The candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business Management and Technology will be congratulated by Program Coordinator Dr. Ivy Allard. Jeremy Wallace Hallwell. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Benjamin. Brenton Brackey. Shelby Guthrie, magna cum laude. Natalie Rose Richardson, cum laude. Chandler Wilson, cum laude. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Stone. Fabia Rose Ahmed. Reese Austin Blanton. Michaela Marie Brockmeyer. Garrett Bruce Buckingham. Joshua Daniel Christensen, magna cum laude. Travis Allen Fincher. Douglas Richard Grice. Tucker Hecht. Arella Rachel Meyer. Sydney Namvet. Faiz Naufal. Justin Matthew Pump, cum laude. Tyler Ray Ring, summa cum laude. Haley Dawn Schroeder. Ryan Mern Skillingstad. Caston Eugene Walker. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Magoo. Musa Ba. Anushka Matthews, cum laude. Matthew Lewis Pugh, cum laude. Mason Alexander Rude. Micah Runner. Christian Michael Weaver, summa cum laude. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering will be congratulated by Interim Department Head Dr. Montoya. Anthony Dale Benitez. Juliana DeLong. Job Goodale. Miso Hekima. Avery Jackson Millette. Matthew Lewis Pugh, cum laude. Mason Alexander Rude. Micah Runner. The candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Geological Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Anderson. Anna K. Pagel. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Geology will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Anderson. Jimmy Melvin Bradford, cum laude. Sydney McHouston. Ainsley Bree Melanson. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering and Engineering Management will be congratulated by Associate Professor Dr. Jensen. Macy Bishop. Allison Page Comp. Hassameldin Gamil. Cassandra Herding. Preston Timothy Herring. Colin Lindford. Abigail McGee. Kyle Garrett Moore. Sydney Morris. Jasmine Jane Piper. Samantha Lynn Sheely. Alexander Joseph Wilson. The candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Sciences will be congratulated by Dr. Frank Van Nuys, Interim Head of the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. Alexandra Ray Raoult, cum laude. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. La Rochelle. Elise Flax, summa cum laude. Logan Michael Jurgens. Elora Solomon. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Metallurgical Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Michael West. Henry Blanchette. Elijah Philip Trigesser. Thomas Allen Williams, summa cum laude. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Mining Engineering will be congratulated by Department Head Dr. Hall. Reese Emmanuel Baker. Joel Lammers. Noah Jordan Williams. Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Pre-Professional Health Sciences will be congratulated by Interim Department Head Dr. Zhu. Mariana Guadalupe Meza. Christian David Singleton. Provost Roberts, that concludes the presentation of our degree candidates.
Will all the degree recipients please rise? I offer to you my personal congratulations and good wishes on behalf of the entire South Dakota Mines family. Bachelor degree recipients are now permitted to move the tassel on your mortarboard from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the South Dakota Mines class of 2021. Graduates, you may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce Honorary Alumni President, Dr. Jerry Wright, who graduated from South Dakota Mines in 1971 with a bachelor's degree in civil engineering. He also received a master's degree in civil engineering from Purdue University in 1974 and a PhD in civil engineering from the South Dakota Mines in 2019. Dr. Wright had a distinguished 27-year military career with the Army by serving active duty and with the United States Army Reserve and the South Dakota Army National Guard. He retired as a lieutenant colonel with his last duty serving in Kuwait in 2006 and 2007. His civilian career included 12 years owning a small contracting company and 24 years with the Department of Public Works, City of Rapid City. Dr. Wright is a native son of Rapid City. He and his wife, Patricia, have 8 children. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jerry Wright.
Thank you. Fellow graduates, I'm proud to welcome you to the alumni family. Today, you join 20,787 alumni who have graduated from the South Dakota School of Mines. We all share a common bond of tenacity, grit, and determination. The alumni family is diverse, strong, and talented. Remember to work and network as you start your new job and as you grow in your career. The alumni family is 136 years old, and it has sprung many roots and many branches, has weathered many seasons of plenty and seasons of need. We have endured 2 world wars, a major depression, at least 2 epidemics, and good things like walking on the moon, defeating tyranny, high-speed travel, technological advances, and many, many more. With our wealth of experience, we have matured, but we're in constant need of change and growth. As you start your new career, remember your fellow alumni, as they are a great resource to help you in your networking and advancing in your career. The relationships are endless. We ask you to please stay involved with your alma mater. CARA, the Center for Alumni Relations and Advancement, is your link to staying committed and in touch with. CARA's mission is to keep you engaged throughout your lifetime. With that, I thank you and congratulations, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Wright. We now request all guests stand for the retiring of the colors.
Color guard. Oh. Permission to retire the colors.
Retire the colors.
Forward, march. Reset. Oh. Order. Up. Close. Forward.
As we close out our commencement ceremony, I want to thank the String Theory Musical Ensemble under the direction of Tammy Schnittgrund, the Commencement Committee, and others who contributed to make this event a success. Thank you for joining us today, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
On behalf of the Commencement Committee, Class of 2021, you're dismissed.